16வது தேசிய வாக்காளர் தின விழா தேர்தல் துறை சார்பில் ஜனவரி 25ஆம் தேதி கம்பன் கலையரங்கத்தில் நடைபெற்றது. நிகழ்ச்சியில் துணை தலைமை தேர்தல் அதிகாரி திரு தில்லைவேல் அவர்கள், மாவட்ட தேர்தல் அதிகாரி திரு குலோத்துங்கன் IAS அவர்கள், தலைமை தேர்தல் அதிகாரி திரு ஜவஹர் IAS அவர்கள் ஆகியோர் கலந்து கொண்டனர்.
முதல் முறை வாக்காளராக இங்கு எபி கார்டு வாங்க வந்திருக்கிற அனைத்து முதல் வாக்காளர்களை எல்லோரையும் அன்போடு வணங்கி வரவேற்று மகிழ்கிறேன். மற்றும் இந்த பணியிலே எல்லோரையும் சிறப்பாக ஒருங்கிணைத்து செயல்பட்டிருக்கிற மாவட்ட தேர்தல் அதிகாரியினுடைய அலுவலர்கள், ஊழியர்கள், புதுச்சேரி தலைமை தேர்தல் அதிகாரியுடைய ஊழியர்கள் அனைவரையும் இந்த நேரத்திலே வணங்கி மகிழ்ந்து இந்த விழாவினை சிறப்பாக நடத்திட ஒத்துழைக்குமாறு வேண்டி விரும்பி கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
All the first time voters, use your privilege or your duty to vote. To vote is the privilege as well as the duty. To use this as a wisely, responsibly, fearlessly in the upcoming election, because every one of your vote shapes our nation destiny. So please use this opportunity wisely. The voluntary organization who helped us, like Rashtriya Raksha University, Women ITI, so they also helped us very well. So without any support or without any favor, they supported us in the entire election process, all the voluntary organizations. So I heartfelt thanks to each and every one of the volunteers who worked hardly in the election process, SAR process. And all the BLAs, booth level agents, so they also supported our entire election process, entire SAR process very well. So I thank all the political representatives and the booth level agents. Finally, the backbone of the SAR process, my respected booth level officers. Okay, so each and every one of you, I know that I personally visited many of the BLOs during your field visit. I know that how it was. Okay, so what kind of the field level challenges you underwent. I know each and every one of the challenges you underwent. Despite all the problems, because your hard work, we are in the fag end of the SAR process. With your all support, we have completed the SAR process. I thank each every one of the booth level officers for your tireless efforts, for your commitment, your dedication for this electoral process. உங்களோட ஹெல்ப் இல்லைன்னா நிச்சயமாக இந்த எலெக்ஷன் ப்ராசஸ் எங்களால் கண்டிப்பாக முடிச்சிருக்க முடியாது. ஸோ என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள் உங்கள் அனைத்து பூத் லெவல் ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ்க்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ வித் திஸ் பிகாஸ் திஸ் தேங்க்ஸ் நோட் வில் கீப் கோயிங் ஆன், ஸோ டியூ டு த டைம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரெயின்ஸ் ஐ கன்க்ளூட் மை அட்ரஸ் அண்ட் தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. தேங்க் யூ ஆல்.
Dear students, young voters, teachers, BLOs, Electoral Literacy Club coordinators, BLO supervisors, AEROs, master trainers, EROs, District Collector Puducherry, all the officials of the offices of the CO and DO, a very good morning to all of you. This year, the theme for the National Voters Day is, as you could see in the backdrop, My India, My Vote, with the tagline, Citizen at the Heart of Indian Democracy. It is said that heroes are ordinary people doing ordinary things in extraordinary times. You know, election-related works are done in ordinary times, not in ordinary times, sorry, but they may seem to be like an ordinary work, but it is not so. You ask any of the BLO sitting here, they would be able to tell you the kind of challenges they underwent. The recently held SIR, the ongoing SIR, is one such task which is extraordinary in nature. It is also unprecedented because in the last, I think, couple of decades back, in 2002, there was intensive revision, but this intensive revision is quite intensive, as the name suggests. So today, the heroes of this occasion are the BLOs and all of those who are part and parcel of this SIR. In this critical democratic exercise, all of you were given the critical task of creating a new electoral roll at an unprecedented manner by verifying the voter details, conducting door-to-door surveys, and updating records amid tight deadlines and high stakes ahead of the upcoming elections in Puducherry, all under public scrutiny. I must say that every one of you have risen above the expectations and delivered the task with elan and style that is unique to Puducherry. Your promptness in progress without compromising on the procedural integrity is noticed and appreciated by the Election Commission of India in every single review meeting that we undergo. Your dedication would ensure lakhs of electors in Puducherry exercise their democratic rights comfortably. In a nutshell, every one of you here have transformed this challenging task assigned to you into an act of profound national service. As we gear up for the upcoming general elections here in Puducherry, assembly elections in Puducherry, we need to prepare for the challenges that we encounter in the process. The challenges are, what we undergo are logistical challenges, because Puducherry is a very unique union territory, as you know. We have 4 geographically scattered regions spread across 3 states. 2 regions surrounded by Tamil Nadu, one engulfed by Kerala, another one near Andhra. So the task of conducting elections, even though we may look small, is quite challenging. The second challenge, voter inducement through cash for votes. It is a perennial issue here. I would say one of the constant thorns in the conduct of election in Puducherry is the voter inducement by giving cash for votes. We have a lot of young voters here. I take this opportunity to appeal to you, just don't fall for it. It is not a good thing to do. That is the most basic thing. Secondly, you can't lay a road yourself. You can't build a street light yourself. You can't build a school yourself as a citizen. It is the common collective infrastructure built by the government of the day. If you fall for this small inducement by cash for votes, you might lose your right to ask questions, which is the essence of any democracy. The third threat is the emerging threat of misinformation and disinformation. It is amplified by social media. We all spread misinformation, knowingly, unknowingly, mostly unknowingly. Knowingly, if you do that, that would amount to disinformation. So, we have started an initiative called மெய்ப்பொருள். திருக்குறள்லேருந்து எடுத்தது தான் அந்த மெய்ப்பொருள் வேர்டு. மெய்ப்பொருள்லாம் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். The meaning is profound truth, the ultimate truth. So any information உங்களுக்கு social மீடியாவில் வர்றது, so any political messages, even leave out the political messages. On a day-to-day life, we receive lot of messages in social media. Before sending, just ask questions, whether it is a fact, who is sending it, what are they achieving it by sending these kind of messages. Before pressing like or dislike, think about it and do it consciously. So if you spread misinformation, it might get amplified by the social media algorithms. Social media அப்படி தான் அமைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. நிறைய பேர் லைக் கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா ஒரு கண்டென்ட் வைரல் ஆகும். அந்த கண்டென்ட் கரெக்டாக தப்பான்றதெல்லாம் இஷ்யூ கிடையாது. அந்த கண்டென்ட் வைரல் ஆகணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அல்கோரிதம். அப்படி தான் அதை செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கு. So please be aware of that, especially during the election time. You are a responsible citizen, and many first-time voters are going to enter into the most responsible arena of democracy. So just use your right very carefully and fulfill your duties as a citizen. To tackle all these challenges, we are working on new strategies and collaborations you might come to know through media very soon. Your contribution would be critical and will be summoned for all this exercise, be the elector or the election officials. So gear up for that too. Exercises like SIR and elections, conduct of elections, bring out the best out of us in terms of consistency of effort, sustained focus, dedicated service, and most importantly, leadership skills. I am standing here after close to 2 decades of experience in conducting elections, ranging from panchayat elections, assembly elections, parliamentary elections, in places ranging from the remote islands of Andaman and Nicobar, the hills of the northeast in Mizoram, and again repeated elections in Puducherry. I have been a returning officer here, like most of the EROs here. I can relate to most of your tasks. And then I was a DEO in 2016 elections. Now I am a CEO for the upcoming 2026 elections. I can tell you with confidence that every such election that I was part of, its conduct was quite challenging during the process of it, but gives you the most satisfaction and sense of purpose after its completion. Just look back how far we have progressed from the first elections in 1952 and now. India has showed the world and itself by successfully conducting elections meticulously every 5 years, and above all, ensuring a smooth transition of power. If you feel this is a small feat, if you feel this is a small achievement, just look around our neighboring countries, maybe a little beyond also. You will see in the Indian democratic story is nothing short of a miracle. Miracles are performed every day by all of us without knowing it. So the basic functioning of the Indian democracy itself is a miracle. If you look around the countries around us, how they are struggling with sustaining the democracy, you would know the kind of achievements we have done from 1952 in the sphere of elections. And above all, the smooth transition of power. Maybe if you are able to appreciate that, you might develop a sense of pride and maybe appreciate your role as an election official. I would like to end this speech with a quote by the F1 Formula 1 car racer, Mario Andretti. If everything seems to be under control, you are not going fast enough. So gear up and get ready. We need to speed up. Thank you.
Thiru B. 𝐃𝐨𝐴𝐵, Deputy Chief Electoral Officer, Puducherry, to administer the voters' pledge. And may I request everyone in the hall to kindly rise and raise your right hand as we join together in this collective pledge.
ஜனநாயகத்தின் மீது உறுதியான நம்பிக்கையை கொண்டுள்ள இந்திய குடிமக்களாகிய நாம் நம் நாட்டின் ஜனநாயக மரபினையும் சுதந்திரமான, நேர்மையான, அமைதியான தேர்தல்களின் கண்ணியத்தை நிலைநிறுத்தவும் மதம், சாதி, இனம், சமுதாயம், மொழி மற்றும் எந்த தூண்டுதலுக்கும் அடிபணியாமலும் பயமில்லாமலும் ஒவ்வொரு தேர்தலிலும் வாக்களிப்போம் என்று உறுதி கொள்வோம்.
இதனைத் தொடர்ந்து முதல் முறையாக வாக்காளர்களுக்கு அவர்களது வாக்காளர் அடையாள அட்டை வழங்கப்பட்டது. நிகழ்ச்சியின் நிறைவாக துணை தலைமை தேர்தல் அதிகாரி கந்தசாமி நன்றி உரையாற்றினார்.